Hi everyone. It's been a very long time since I've done a video. It must be, trying to think off the top of my head, about 4 months or so. I have been doing other stuff there, so there's been, I believe, a couple, at least a few in common articles that I've been writing now. I do prefer to do writing rather than videos, which is part of why it has been so long. I'll link to my In Common Writers page just so you can see some articles from me if you are interested at all about stuff I've had to say to do with living in Southampton, recent political stuff around being trans, and upcoming events too. So by all means, do take a look at that if you want to. I just wanted to make this video because in some way this does mark the end. And I'll get into that in a little bit there, but again, I just wanted to talk about a few things recently about what's been going on lately. Part of why, maybe if you know me from other projects, why stuff could be changing, and yeah, things like that really. So I've been, for the past, I want to say the past, how old was I? About 17, I guess. So really 6 years or so, I've been really struggling with aches and pains in my body, which I've never told anyone about. I fell off my skateboard when I was 16, and that started a series of, which continues to this day, neck pains there, like pains literally in my neck, which can then become very strong headaches there, almost migraines. So that's something that I'm affected by almost every day. But in the past few weeks there, that's been getting worse. That it has been every day, I think, since Wednesday. That's been happening, which is no good. And it's kind of like traveling down, not just to my neck, but also like my upper back in a way. I think that's something to do with my mattress. I'm getting that changed soon, again due to another update that I'll talk about in a moment. And I've been having like this really weird pain in, I'm going to move my hair. It's good, but I've been having this really weird pain in like the back of my head and stuff too. So I don't know if it's all just like overusing muscles and stuff like that compensating, and with the muscle aches, it's just adding to the headaches and the neck ache and what have you. So that's a bit annoying. And since that started when I was 16, when I fell off a skateboard, but then from 17 as well, when I got my first job and started HRT, so I hope it's not related to that, I started to get a lot of pain in my knees and my hip joints especially. I worked in a restaurant, so I did a lot of standing up and almost kind of like bending over sinks, so I wonder if that is part of it too. But this happens when I'm sitting sometimes. My legs and that will just ache, and I don't think it's necessarily movement related, because I can go on a run some days there and I'll feel completely fine, but other days I'd struggle to walk. I tried going on a walk last night, was quite a bit of pain, and that was not very good, and that pain's been getting worse. So I've been noticing, at least for the past month or so, that my knee joints especially are clicking a lot more when I walk, and previously, of course, whilst it's normal for your joints to click, these clicks are being painful. So it is getting worse, that annoyingly. I finally decided to speak to a doctor about this there. So I had a phone appointment on Monday, yesterday at the time of recording, which went quite well, I'd like to say. They didn't necessarily give me some advice at this stage to try and fix the problem, but they're going to have me in for a physical appointment this Friday, which is good. So that's one update. I've been having a lot of blood tests recently because my liver enzymes have been quite high, but we think we've got to the bottom of that as well there, which is good, or at least we're going to be monitoring it a bit less intensively than it has been for the past I'd say month there, about late May or so. That's good in a way there. That's slowly changing. But then another big thing that I want to talk about there, I'm quite excited for, but I'm really scared of as well, is that this is, as I said, it's the end. This is going to be the last video that I do in this room. So this room around me right now is my office in my ex-partner's home now. We've been living together since breaking up for about a year now, and I finally found a place of my own. This happens whilst I was making videos actually there. In March time it was, I found this flat that I'm going to be buying, and in the meantime I've just been getting a mortgage set up there, getting dealt with a lender, getting that approved and such, solicitors going through, like checking the flat to make sure it's all as listed, with like it's really annoying buying a flat because you've got things like lease periods and stuff like that there. It's a whole palaver in the UK. I'm going to write an article about it when I'm done with this finally. And so, yeah, I've just been sorting that out, and it's not set in stone just yet, but it's looking like next week could be when I do move into my new house, my new flat, so my new home. The first time that I've ever lived on my own there, which is going to be really exciting, but I'm also really terrified of it, really. I'm just trying to think, like, I've got so much stuff to do. Obviously, I've got all of my books and that just laying around me right now. I don't have any moving boxes, but it's quite close to where I live right now. So I'm hoping to just move a lot of stuff in bags, filling a few car boots and stuff for family members I have that drive. So it's quite nerve-wracking thinking about having to paint, decorate, physically move, get everything set up again for the first time there. I'm getting bills and that sorted. But at the same time, I'm really looking forward to it as well there. I have a lot to be thankful for with regards to that there. I'm for people that may have been following this channel for a while, I'm 23 years old, and the average age for a first-time home buyer there in the UK, first-time buyer to get a mortgage in the UK is something like 33 years old now. So on reflection, I really am lucky to be in this situation. When it comes to the future with regards to maybe doing YouTube videos there, it's not something that I do too much because I think rather than being a talker, I'm more of a writer. So again, I tend to do more articles and stuff like that there creatively, or even stuff physically. I think since the last video I did, I organised a pretty large protest in Southampton, which was very successful there. So yeah, I prefer to do things physically and also by writing rather than videos. But I don't want to say this isn't the last video there. I do want to decorate my office in my new place and show off how that looks there. Maybe do a bit of a... It's a bit corny, but I might do a house tour there just when I've finally done it up properly there, and I'm proud of how it looks there. I invite you all to take a look at my home, and I'm really looking forward to the future of how this is going to help with my transition, because it's something that's been on the back burner for a very long time. Last year it was on the back burner because my knee pain was really bad and I was trying to lose weight, and again, for any people that watch previous videos, I've done very good losing weight. I've lost 4 stone. So I think that's helped with stuff. At the same time, it's been on the back burner, my transition, because I was focusing on losing weight, but also I had that relationship with my ex-partner where we're still going to be friends, but it didn't end too happily, the relationship there. So I had a big toll on my mental health last year, even though I was doing quite a lot of videos towards the end of the year. So yeah, that's been playing a toll and stopping me from really focusing on my transition. And yeah, it's just something to look forward to. Before I lived with my ex there, where I've had this stress, of course, living with her. Before that, I lived with my mum and stepdad, who my stepdad especially was really, really against me being trans. Even though I've been on HRT since I was 17, I came out when I was 15. I was still really made to hide or punch down how I feel, and I think it's something that I still do, maybe subconsciously. So I think that's going to be something that I work through now. Now I've lost the weight and I'm a bit happier with how I look there to get into wearing more feminine clothes and the likes of it there, and living on my own too, so I don't have to deal with criticism all the time. I think that's going to be something I focus on. But I do just need to settle into, they're getting used to living alone there, having my routine, doing cleaning and stuff like that fully independently for the first time. So there's a lot to look forward to. But at the same time, it is also quite worrying as well there with regards to just never doing it before. But there's been so many things in the past where it's been like, oh, I can't do it. But then I do it. And everything's okay after that. I do what needs to be done. I don't give up, and I think I'm happier that I am still here, and I didn't do anything silly last year what I was considering doing that. So I'm glad that we've got through that, and yeah, all we can do is look forward to the future. So yeah, I just wanted to do this short video to let people know I'm not dead, and see how I'm getting on there with stuff. So yeah, this is the last video in this area, and I'll have to see you in the next office. So I'm gonna click my fingers, and yeah, then we'll be in my new office, and I'll see you very soon.